Nick is saying, "Yo, Chat Tech, can we get a review of the CW big crossover?" We probably will actually.
Hey, it's up to you. I watched everything, so if you want me to give, it'd be kind of hard. I'll try not to talk about spoilers because I know some people. I mean, then again, they spoiled fucking everything. Like half the fucking GameSpot and all the other fucking news sites spoiled every goddamn thing.
Really?
So I can just talk about the whole fucking thing at this point.
2 minutes. What'd you feel about it, man?
I think it's one of the more interesting crossovers because they do this yearly, and this is the one they've been building up for a while. The last seasons for all these shows have been building up this big crisis, Hell, Flash has been building up this crisis for the entire run of the show. I think that I like what they were going for as far as a big monumental crisis, but it felt less of a actual event and more of let's just celebrate superheroes on television. It was more of a celebratory thing for superheroes just in general. So they're getting like DC superheroes, so they're getting like freaking old TV shows that have been canceled for like 30 years getting cameos there. They're getting Superman, like they got Superman for Superman Returns to cameo in this. They got so many different stuff. But it never felt like there was really an event going on. It just felt like we're just going to celebrate every single superhero thing that's ever been either on television or movies. Hell, they even got Ezra Miller from the freaking Justice League television show for a cameo.
Really?
Sorry, from the movies, the fucking shitty Zack Snyder, Joss Whedon movie. They got him for a cameo.
Ew.
And he's a terrible actor. He cannot act to save his fucking life. 3 seconds, it was the worst acting I've ever fucking seen.
Yeah.
But as far as the actual plot of it, I enjoyed it. I loved it. There are parts of it where I was geeking out because I'm remembering these cameos. I like these references. And there's situations where I'm seeing all these heroes on screen. But the one thing I do want to talk about is for people that are fans of the comic, Crisis on Infinite Earths was a comic run to deal with the problem of the multiverses. There were too many multiverses and nobody could keep track of them. So DC said, fuck it. We're going to combine them all into one Earth. There's no longer these thousands of fucking different Earths. It's just one Earth where all the superheroes are on the same planet. And this is essentially what they want to do with that. And this is the first time I've ever seen somebody try to do a comic run, adapt it to live action, and actually make it work. It didn't work with The Killing Joke. It didn't work with Death of Superman. Both times they did it. But with Crisis on Infinite Earths, it actually did work. They actually managed to combine them all to where the end sequence is all the main characters from all the main shows. Supergirl, Black Lightning, Flash, Arrow, all the people that are all together in the same fucking room. I'm like, yeah, this feels natural. All the shows are together, and I'm like, I'm curious what this is going to mean. Are we going to see more cameos? Are we going to see less cameos? Are the different crossovers going to be more interesting? So I like where this is leading. And my biggest criticism of Far From Home is it feels like Endgame never fucking happened. Where with this crisis did happen. There are so many changes to every fucking show that I want to keep watching because I want to know how this affects the ongoing universe.
Yeah, no, and the thing is, you're actually winning me over with this because I don't like The Flash, I don't like Supergirl, I don't like lots of people, but I will say that, like, I think it's kind of interesting to have an idea where Black Lightning, who, you know, that character is in a world, in his little universe, on his show, everything seems very, very serious and grounded and very close to what we actually experience in real life. So to have that mixed with their crazy, ridiculous, fantastical bullshit, I'm like, okay, let's see what the fuck happens. But at the same time, too, I'm just surprised that the chat's, like, talking about this so fucking much, and yet at the same time, like, no one's really being very negative. It's like, with comic books, like, people are going to freak out right away if it's good, and they're going to freak out right away if it's bad. If it's in the middle, people don't really talk about it at all. But the fact that all I'm seeing is positive.
The funny thing is you're making a lot of good points, but that's how comics kind of were. You always going to have the biggest comics that people talk about, but the in-between stuff that actually just keeps the industry going is the middle stuff that no one really talks about. So what's happening on television is because these are so low budget that nobody gives a shit. These are low budget shows. Like, if you watch this cross and I show you any CG scenes, you'd be like, ugh, this is fucking awful. But this show is so low budget, but they're doing such interesting stuff with these characters and different storylines. It feels like they are doing the comic adaptation. That's like people saying, oh, Flash was only good from this season. Supergirl is only good at this season. Hell, there are seasons of the shows that I hate and that I love, but they're so interesting with what they're doing and the stories that they're telling that, yeah, there are some really, really cool shit. So I was super excited for this crossover.